Hello everyone and welcome to Season 11, Episode 2 of I See Bad Movies. I'm one of your hosts, Dave Keane, and I am joined by the, gang-busting, stick 50 pence in and you get 3 lives, Emma Spicer.
What was that? Hi. What was that?
So the movie we're watching, Double Dragon, is based on an old arcade game called Double Dragon.
Oh.
So my idea was stick 50p in, you get 3 lives, away you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
It didn't make me sound very good, did it?
The thing is, though, because the movies are all based on martial arts this season, I can't keep saying the ass kicking, the martial art master.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
that's your
get a bit
homework
boring.
then for this week, is to think of something original for next time.
Oh, well, Jackie, no. No homework. Oh, my God. I'm an adult. I don't have to do homework.
You do now.
Oh, God damn it. Speaking of homework, have you written that script with ChatGPT yet?
No.
No, I thought.
Did we have a dedeadline for that? I think we might have done.
Yeah, I think we did. I think you had 3 weeks about 6 weeks ago.
Can I get an extension? Because the October half term's coming up. I mean, I'm working all of it, but I might find some time.
I'll give you an extension if you half my T bill.
Maybe not half. I'll take 25% off.
Oh, I'm taking that. I'm not even gonna barter or haggle for that. I'll take that. Everyone, you kind of heard me say. Obviously, the movie we're watching today is Double Dragon, the movie version of the arcade game that I'm pretty sure I also played on the Spectrum when I had one long time ago.
I've never even heard of it.
Have you not?
The game or the movie?
No, it was a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah, the only beat 'em up I ever played was Street Fighter, I think.
Oh, I mean, that's a classic.
I think other than that, I don't think I played any other fighting games.
Oh, I mean, there's loads and loads and loads of them. Final Fight, Street Fighter, Streets of Rage.
No, I think it was only Street. The only one I can remember is Street Fighter, and I just used to go ham on all the buttons.
You were just a button masher, were you?
And somehow would win sometimes, but I'd have no clue how to do any of the moves.
See, the people that are button mashers and win, which is really frustrating to people who try to play well. And then there are people who always do the low kick, low kick. But like Street Fighter was a 1v1 fighter.
Yes.
But Double Dragon, it was like you go through a map fighting bad guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you fight a boss at the end of each level until you get to the last level and you fight the big boss, etc.
Yeah. So
you kind of get that sort of thing in these movies where, you're fighting gang members and then you fight a big gang boss and then you fight another gang. Like that kind of thing. So I'm imagining that's sort of where we're leading with this one.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we're doing martial arts and my pal Ben was like, You got to do Double Dragon. You got to do Double Dragon. So there's a couple of people that have recommended this movie, as well as Bad Movie.
That was just one person saying it twice. You realise that, don't you?
No, but I can't remember who else has recommended it to me before.
Oh, okay.
So I have had, yeah.
It sounded like Ben just recommended it twice.
I've got multiple friends called Ben.
Oh, okay.
I've got, I don't know if I have actually. But yeah. I don't. No, God. But you know what? Before we start talking about the film, Emma Spicer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's happened?
I've got some news for you.
Good news or bad news?
It's good news.
Oh, okay.
It's good news. We have a new Patreon member.
Woo!
Yay! Welcome to the Patreon, Phil McCreet. Welcome along.
Welcome.
Now I'm just gonna admit to this here.
Okay.
Phil has been my friend since 1988 when I first moved
he's
down.
Only just started following us.
Yeah, I know, only just.
Terrible.
Pull your finger out, mate. But also, let this be a lesson to any of our friends and family that listen.
Yes.
It's only $3 a month.
None of our friends and family do.
None of our friends and family listen to us. None of them listen.
Bastards.
None of them are on the Patreon.
None of them care.
God damn it.
I know.
No, that's not true. Sinead's on the Patreon.
Yes.
Phil's on the Patreon. My pal Nikita was on the Patreon a long time ago, but then she stopped. God damn you, Nikita.
You mean your ex-friend, Nikita?
Yeah, my ex-friend. No. But if you're listening to this and you're like, whoa, they just gave a shout out to someone that joined them on the Patreon. Yeah.
That could be you.
That could be you. All you got to do is jump onto www.patreon.com/ICBadMovies and join in the fun.
Yeah.
Because like there's loads of like flip side episodes on there.
So many episodes on there now.
So many. And some special episodes that are on the Patreon only.
And if you're like me, I like to get into something later on down the line so I can binge.
Yeah.
So if you're that sort of person, you've got loads on there you can get through. Yeah,
if you're listening to this now, there will be about 62 episodes of the flip side on there.
60? Yeah, loads.
62.
That is loads, isn't it?
That is a lot. God damn. Can we take a break? Oh no, we've taken loads of breaks actually.
We've taken a few breaks here
We've taken a few breaks. But yeah, so that was good news.
Yeah.
We are now about $2.50 richer after Patreon take their cut once a month. Thanks, Phil. It's really appreciated.
It is.
You filled my heart with love.
I think he might leave after you said that.
Don't go.
It does help us like pay for the movies that we have to rent and things like that, doesn't it? So it does keep us going. It
does. Yeah. When we get our little payout from Patreon, it's like, Emma, please deduct all the movies the cost of all the movies you've rented.
Although the few lately have been you've already had them, haven't you? Yeah. Or this one.
Or they've been free to watch. I think
it's free. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is free to watch on Plex, which is nice. So looking forward to not spending some money on it.
The trouble is, wherever you watch them now, there's just so many adverts.
Yes, I know.
Because the streaming services used to be no adverts, didn't they?
Yeah, the ones you
pay
your
monthly fee and then that's it, no adverts. But now all of them are just so many adverts. It absolutely drives me mad. And then you have to pay extra to stop the adverts. I'm like, I'm not paying extra.
No, I'm so annoyed at Prime. I'm so annoyed at Prime. Not only have they cancelled the Wheel of Time.
Netflix do it as well now, don't they?
Did Netflix have adverts?
I'm pretty sure they do, you know. God. I think everywhere does now.
Gosh darn it.
It's really annoying.
Oh, so frustrating.
It is annoying. And they always throw in adverts. I've found when we've watched the movies, they always throw in an advert like in a really weird mid-sentence or something.
Yeah.
And it's not a natural place to have a break. And you're like, that's so frustrating as well.
Yep. Yeah, and because it's not like the old days and when you're watching
like
a movie on ITV or something like that, when they'd wait, it'd be like there would be a break at a certain point and make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. Anyway.
It is annoying. Anyway.
I think we can watch it for free.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So we
still need that cash.
Not only have we gained a Patreon member, we're also watching a film for free. So technically that's double points for Double Dragon.
That's great. Yeah.
Happy days. Look at that. Anyway, do you want to know about Double Dragon?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's go with this particular synopsis for it, okay? So, set 15 years in the future in post-earthquake California, where San Diego and Los Angeles are merged into one city, two teenage brothers have half? God, I'm not English.
Well, you were then.
Two teenage brothers have half of a powerful ancient Chinese talisman. Anyway, back to normal. Millionaire Koga Shuko, a.k.a. Geisman? Do we even know who Koga Shuko is to care that he's also known as Geisman?
Who knows? It sounds important.
Has the other half and determines to get the brothers half. Oh my God. Can I start that again? I'm going to start that again. I threw myself because this doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Or I don't make sense. Right, here we go. Set 15 years in the future in post-earthquake California, where San Diego and Los Angeles are merged into one city, two teenage brothers have the half of a powerful ancient Chinese talisman. Millionaire Koga Shuko has the other half and determines to get the brothers' half in order to have the complete medallion and the absolute power of the magical Double Dragon talisman. Do you know what messed me up there?
What?
All of the halves and halves.
Yeah.
And half and half and half and half. Oh, the halves
easily confused.
and the have-nots. Yeah, I was very easily confused. That doesn't sound like the video game.
I was going to say, is that a plot in the video game that you have to get these Chinese? What are they?
The medallion, the Double Dragon medallion. No, I don't think it is.
No.
I don't think it is.
So
I'm pretty sure that in the Double Dragon game, the actual plot is that one of their girlfriends has been kidnapped and they just fight their way through gangs to get her. So yeah, so It's an arcade game. Double Dragon was released in 1987. The series features twin martial artists, Billy and Jimmy Lee, as they fight against various adversaries and rivals. What's the gameplay? A pseudo 3D perspective. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's anything to do with like future Los Angeles, to be perfectly honest with you. Anyway, it is what it is. Shall we figure out if we're going to be talking about the good bits or the bad bits of the film?
Yes.
Right. Let me flip that coin. What do you reckon?
Good.
Yes.
Oh.
We're going to be talking about the good bits.
Let's
in the main
hope
episode.
there are some good bits then.
Could be a very short episode. We just don't know.
We just never know.
Because I'm pretty sure that when Ben recommended this film to me, it was with a knowing kind of wink of it's fucking awful. Anyway, Emma,
okay.
shall we go watch this film?
Let's do it.
Welcome back, Emma.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a movie that started out with so much promise but then dropped off really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I say so much promise. There were some interesting bits.
Yeah, some promise.
Yeah, some.
And I think the last couple of weeks we've had some good ones, haven't we?
Yeah. So this was disappointing.
I haven't got
To a
many
degree.
good notes.
I don't. I was some good things about the film that I thought was
couple of bits,
was really
but
fun,
not loads.
but not loads. No. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. There was some very interesting cast members in this film as well, which I thought was really something. But we'll get to that as we talk about the film, I suppose.
Yeah.
So let's go through the actual full plot of this film and what happens, right? So the movie starts out, we've got a close-up of the Double Dragon medallion with what turns out to be the bad guy, Koga Shuko, doing a voiceover. Koga Shuko, played by Robert Patrick, the T-1000, and Foggy Smith from Peacemaker, from amongst many other things, X-Files, etc. as well. So a really well-known actor. This was filmed in 1994, so this was after Terminator 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When, he gave an amazing performance in Terminator 2, but, you didn't really have to do much in Terminator 2. But,
no.
Just play a cold, ruthless killing machine, okay?
Easy.
He was a cold, ruthless killing machine anyway, so he wasn't really acting, no. So anyway, we start with his voiceover, telling how the medallion came to be and why it was split into two pieces as well. I honestly can't remember, but one half is for mastery of the body, one half is for mastery of the mind, two halves of this double dragon. The movie then cuts to a monk village somewhere in China, where the residents of this village are currently under attack by a group of ninjas looking for the dragon medallion. The attackers discover that the monks' tongues have all been cut out in what they imagine is an attempt to prevent them from revealing the location of the double dragon medallion. Now, one of the ninjas, who turns out to be the main sidekick of the big villain, a lady called Laura Lash, I think, who is actually one of the original characters from the game itself. She's called Laura Lash because she has literally a whip that she uses as a weapon. So Lash notices a villager fleeing, and she gives chase. She follows this villager into a cavern which is all dressed up as a shrine, and that's where she finds the medallion. So very early in the film, but it's only one half of the medallion. So very early in the film, the bad guys get one half of the medallion, right?
Yep.
She retrieves the artifact and she reports back to Shuko via satellite link to let them know that they've got it, etc. But that unfortunately it's only one half of it. Now, we cut back to Los Angeles, which is now called New Angeles, and the film is set 15 years in the future from 1992 when it was being written or filmed. So that's going to confuse me. 15 years in the future. The film was released in 1994, but it's set in 2007, which is actually only 13 years in the future. But
so somebody can't count.
Yeah, someone can't count. But, by that time, they've written the script. What are they going to do? Edit the script when they're filming it? When they know roughly when it's going to be released? No, let's not do any of that. That sounds like far too much work.
Oh, because they didn't know when it's going to be released. That's why they...
Well, I can only imagine. Maybe they wrote it in 1992 and put 15 years in the future.
Yeah.
Or maybe they set the film in 1992, confusingly, when it was released in 1994.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm also just being very picky. I don't know.
Possibly because you haven't got much good to say about it. You're just
padding
out the time.
So we're in 2007, New Angeles, okay, which is Los Angeles after the big quake of 2000. And we meet Shuko, who is a very snappily dressed Robert Patrick. And he's revealing his plans to have total domination of the city, stating that the quake was like a trumpet's blow heralding his arrival. And he then discovers, it's at this point he then discovers that Lasha only has recovered one half of the medallion, and he gets really annoyed at her. He does this a lot. He gets annoyed at her for not telling him everything. There's a little bit later in the film where where she tells him that the two brothers have died, and they haven't. And then he's like, "You told me they were dead." It's like, I think she's the problem, mate.
Yeah.
I think she's a terrible sidekick.
Yeah.
Sidekick? Would you? No.
Why did she tell him the brothers had died and they hadn't?
Well, to be fair, she thought they would have died because of the explosion on the river thing. She didn't check.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson in Taken 3 walked away from 3 explosions, so you need to check.
Yeah, you do. If there's anything that's taught me in movies, it's taught me that one, if the bad guy goes down, right, don't just assume, oh, thank God, that's it, that's the end of them. Double tap. Yep. Smash them in.
And don't go back
Make
either.
sure it's happened.
Don't go back for any reason.
Don't go down into the cellar. No.
And
strange noises down there?
Don't.
Barricade that door.
If someone knocks on your door late at night, don't open the door wide, walk out into your front lawn and stand there for a few minutes.
Yep.
Allowing someone to get into your house.
Yep. And also, if you think you've killed someone in an explosion, double check. Because they might have Liam Neesoned it. Quite right. These are the universal truths. Can happen. The universal truths.
Yeah. Stick with us for more life hacks.
However, even though he's only got one half of the medallion, he knows how to use it. And he triggers the medallion, and it turns him into a shadowy, wraith-like figure. And that's him got new magical powers because of it. Yeah. Congratulations, Kugo. Shuko?
No, what's his name?
Kuga Shuko?
Koga
Shuko. I'm going to get so confused with that.
It's Koga, yeah. I've written it down because I didn't know what it was earlier.
Yeah, and I was looking at it earlier when you were asking me, and I'm not going to... I'll try to remember. Koga. We
had a conversation before we started recording.
Yeah.
That I never remember anyone's names, but to be fair, in these budget movies, they rarely explain who's who, and sometimes a character will come into a scene, have a whole conversation, and you don't know their name. Yeah. They're not very good at explaining. Like when you've got a higher budget movie, sometimes you have a whole conversation that is just entirely to tell the audience who that character is and where they fit into the plot. We don't get any of that in these movies. No. You can just be like, you can go halfway through a movie and they go, "Oh, that's her brother." You just didn't know, like for the half the movie who this person was. So that's why I think I particularly get confused with who's who in the names, and that's why I'm more saying to you, what was that guy's name and who was that character?
Or they do something different, and it's really confusing. They either make the names too confusing to remember.
Yes, they do that as well.
Or they make the names too simple and they're hard to remember because of that. Because we had that in Miami Connection. You had Tom, Jim, Jeff, John.
Yeah, and they do that a lot as well, don't they? Where it's all all start the same letter, and then you're like, oh, I'm totally confused. Who's who?
Yeah, and you had a bad guy with the same starting letter name as two of the good guys.
Or maybe it's just us. Maybe we're just really easily confused. We're quite old now.
No,
it's not us.
No, it's the children who are wrong. Surely,
it's always them.
Not
it's
me. Yeah,
this is like having a conversation with my friends when they're dating. It's not you. It can't possibly be you. It's got to be them.
It's got to be.
Every time.
So we then find out that the second half of the medallion is revealed to be in the possession of a person called Satori Imada, who is the caretaker of Billy and Jimmy Lee. Now, they're in the middle of the martial arts tournament when we meet them, and the match is going well until Billy's antics get the best of him and cost him the match and consequently the prize money as well. Now, the winning team give a little bit of a smart remark, and Billy jumps on them, followed by Jimmy, and short the entire arena is fighting. So we're being taught early on that they don't gel well together. They're not working as a team here, and also they're quite fiery and hot-headed. So maybe by the end of the movie they need to sort that out to become the Double Dragon team. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
You are, aren't you?
I'm just spitballing here. Maybe, that the plot was being hammered over your head with this kind of foreshadowing of it all. Now, we then have like a short news segment, right, which basically is the exposition setting up everything that's going on in the movie, in the world of it. It's setting up the idea that they've got a citywide curfew, right, and the LAPD have made a truce with the gangs after the big earthquake because the government wasn't coming in to rebuild. Basically, this city is, just a law unto itself, and the LAPD was struggling to keep it going. But what ultimately happened, the truce, was the cops run the day, the gangs run the night. So the curfew is basically, if you don't want to be messed up by the gangs, make sure you're in by this time. Okay. Now, Team Lee find themselves out after the curfew and in gang territory. Billy sees a girl leaning on the hood of a car, and he's begging Jimmy to pull over, saying that she is his type. Now, after they park up, the girl stands up, pulls off a wig, revealing that she's actually a guy in a skirt, and they are about to be like mobbed by the Mohawk gang, led by a character called Bobo. Now, Bobo's got a sidekick called Hawk, and he demands $50 from the Lee brothers. But Bobo sees something better that he likes than the cash, and that's the dragon medallion. He tries to grab it from Satori, and Jimmy and Billy tell her to just let him have it because it's, they don't care about it. We're seeing that they have to learn how to care about being the Double Dragons effectively. But she's refused because it's got sentimental value. Bobo pulls it from her neck, but she stabs him in the hand, and his sidekick is laughing at Bobo being stabbed, whilst the Lee brothers and Satori escape. Now they're given chase by Bobo and Hawk in their truck because they're determined to collect this $50 toll and the Double Dragon now. And we get a great big long car chase until the brothers put an aerosol can into the combustion chamber of the car's afterburner engine. I think I'm definitely going to be talking about the car in this episode in the good, definitely. Yeah. So hang on to help you understand why the car has an afterburner engine. Now they crash down into a dead end alley where Bobo and Hawk catch up with them. But as Bobo jumps out of the truck, he drops something, right? Which, what was it he drops? Oh, yeah, that's it. Sorry, yeah, there's something. There's like a little, would I say a MacGuffin? I don't know. There's a little MacGuffin thing that he drops. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes for the storyline here. So Billy and Jimmy are preparing to put up a fight. However, a whole group of people called the Power Corps appear from the shadows and drive the Mohawks away with their superior numbers. Now, the Power Corps are like a street gang, but they're a street gang for good that's run by a character called Marianne, who's played by Elisa Milano. She talks to the two brothers about needing their help and reveals that she was there for something called the Gang Net Link-Up. This is the thing that Bobo dropped. Now, the Gang Net Link-Up is basically a way for our main big bad guy, Koga Shuko, to control the gangs in LA and make it look like it's chaos, but actually he's controlling the gangs and keeping control of the night, etc.
Yeah.
Is this confusing enough already now?
Yeah.
Yeah. this was just literally a game where the game, right? The plot for the game originally is about two martial artists, a blue-suited young man named Billy and a red-suited twin brother called Jimmy, as they fight their way into the tough of the Black Warriors gang, who assaulted and kidnapped their love interest Marion. There you go. The martial art brothers won't stop at anything to rescue her. After going through skirmishes in a slum, a factory, the woods, and the gang's hideout, Billy and Jimmy reach the lair where they have a showdown with the gang's machine gun-wielding leader. Like, why do you need anything more than just going after a gang? Why have we all of a sudden got earthquakes? We've got a city. We've got smog. We've got...
I honestly... there's a lot of little added bits to these movies that are unnecessary.
Yeah.
They don't add anything to the plot. And we're forever doing this. Why was that in there? What was the point of it? It's like the last movie we watched with Jim's dad. What was the point of the whole plot about his long-lost dad?
Yeah.
That was totally pointless. Didn't add anything to the actual storyline. So, yeah, we get all these little, side stories that don't really get explored. Like, in a bigger budget movie, there'd be a reason for those side stories. They'd link up at some point, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
be like, oh, okay, yeah. I get it now. That character comes in because of this. But in these movies, it's like, you just have all these little side bits going on. You'd be like, are you just doing this to confuse us? Or what is the point of this? Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of little bits like that. It's littered with little bits where you're like, that was so unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
Yeah.
Why do we need all this? Just have the gangs. I don't care that, the idea of two people going in and taking on thug after thug after thug. Yeah, we get it. No human being could do that. They'd be worn out and destroyed and dead by the end of by the end of an hour and a half. It's okay, we understand. But also, I wasn't sitting there thinking that when I was sitting there watching The Raid, or the movie Dredd, and we're watching Judge Dredd and his partner going through a whole apartment block, taking out gang member after gang member. We want to see that. That's what we want, not all this convoluted nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, anyway, don't watch Double Dragon, watch The Raid or watch Dredd. Right, so we get, now they're like, let's get out of here, and they get back to wherever they live, right? So now we get back to Shuko's office, and it turns out that Mohawk leader, Abobo, as we know through the GangNet link-up, is actually working for him, and he doesn't realise that he kind of says, we didn't take that medallion off them because they thought it was just a cheap piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they're a bit like, but they know who has it now. That's the main thing. And they're going to put out like an all-points bulletin for the brothers. Now, as punishment for his failure, Shuko decides to subject Abobo to submolecular steroids, which will give them the strength of 10 men. Abobo says that he already has that kind of strength and that the machine will kill him. Shuko responds by saying that he considers Abobo as a son and basically forces him into the machine. And we see Abobo a little bit later after his steroid treatment. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So then we come back to the Lees. Then they live in the DeVille Theatre. I don't know if this is a well-known theatre in Los Angeles, but they're living in a theatre. And this is where Satori explains to them the significance of the dragon medallion that she wears. So we already know that one half of the amulet gives power over the body, making the wearer invincible and super strong. The other half gives power over the soul, not the mind, the soul, allowing the user to enter anyone's body and control them from within. She separated the two halves many years ago, keeping one for herself and hiding the other in a place no one would ever find it. Now, later that day, there's a knock at the door. Satori answers it only to be surprised by an old face, Victor Geisman. He says that no one has called him Geisman in many years, and he is now known as Koga Shuko. He demands to know where her half of the double dragon is, only to be told that he'll never find the two pieces. Shuko laughs, and to Satori's horror, unzips his coat to reveal his half of the medallion. Now, he spots the other half around Billy's neck, and he tries to grab it, but is stopped by Satori. Now, his henchmen are named Huey and Lewis. Okay. go after the Lee brothers in an almost cartoon-like chase through the theatre. All right. Now, the brothers beat up the henchmen, right? But Billy and Jimmy are confronted by a giant mutated abobo. And they try and take him down with some bricks, and in the process, they accidentally break the gas line into the theatre. Satori appears and knocks Abobo out with a punching bag, and she orders the boys to get out and leave the medallion with her. Billy refuses, and he asks how it works, but Satori gets impatient and reaches for the medallion as her voice deepens to actually reveal, that she's actually being controlled by Shuko. He's entered her body. They lock her in behind a fence, and Shuko leaves her body, makes one final offer to the Lees to give up the medallion or else Satori will die. And believing he's bluffing, they turn back to Satori as Shuko sets fire to the theatre. But then they realise that obviously the gas line is broken, okay? And then they rush to try and get Satori free because they're the ones that locked her in a cage and now they can't get her out. But they get the gate open and they try to leave, but they're confronted once again by Shuko. And although Satori knocks him away so that Billy and Jimmy can get a chance to escape, she closes the door behind her, locking the boys out, keeping Shuko distracted. And as the Lees try to run round to the front of the theatre, the fire reaches the gas line. The whole theatre explodes with Satori inside. And yeah, the boys lose the one person that was looking after them. Oh no, it's so sad. They really did so much to build up the character and the fact that we should care about this person. So much.
Why do I detect sarcasm there?
Me? Sarcastic? No. No, not at all. But yeah. So, in that instance, right, Billy and Jimmy are mourning the loss of Satori, and they realise that they've got to get things together without her. But suddenly, they have, again, they are confronted by random gang members assembled by Shuko. They end up fighting and being chased by them. Now, they hide in a den where Billy finds a motorcycle to escape, but unfortunately, it breaks down. The two of them find a boat, and then that ensues in a boat chase with the gang members through the Hollywood River. Hollywood after the big quake of 2000, so there's a river in Hollywood now. So yeah, the Hollywood Hills must have really slipped down quite a bit with the earthquake. So they've got a long chase go on through here. The whole boat explodes, having a great big massive explosion on this river. And apparently this explosion on the river, right, the boat chase was filmed on the Cuyahoga River in northeast Ohio, and it climaxes with an explosion that used 700 gallons of gasoline combined with 200 gallons of alcohol, right? So apparently, despite warnings the night before on several news channels, the explosion caused Cleveland residents to panic, leading to about 210 phone calls to emergency services over 10 minutes. Whoopsie. Maybe a little bit more than the news. Maybe a leaflet drop to local residents would have been a good idea. By the way, there's going to be a massive explosion. It's okay. It's fine. And it was, to be fair, big explosion.
We had something similar the other day when Vodafone went down.
Oh, yeah.
That's my internet provider and my phone provider.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that they'd gone down because obviously I couldn't get online to check. And I tried to call the number and they were like, this person cannot answer. And I phoned my mum and I was like, can you just like go online and check? And she was like, oh, I'll just have a quick Google and see. And she was like, yeah, they've gone down. They've got an issue. And it had affected, like, I think they've got something like 8 million customers or something in the UK.
It was countrywide, wasn't it?
Oh, it might be more than that. It might have been like 18 million or something stupid. And I was like, oh, that'll be why they've turned their phone lines off then, because everyone would have been calling. It was down for about an hour. Yeah. It was the worst hour of my kids' lives.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, they didn't have internet for an hour and they just got in from school. And I was like, and Brody walked in and I was like, bad news, there's no internet. And he was like, what on earth am I going to do? And then I was like, well, like books and homework, toys and home. Well, actually, he couldn't do his homework because all of his homework is on an app.
Online. It's on an app.
So
now,
it's
isn't it?
on an app.
Arbor
the actual,
or whatever it is.
No, he's got Satchel 1. He's got.
Okay.
So it's actually set on the app. So you have to get onto the app to read the homework, and then you have to do a lot of it online as well. Some of it is like written and then printed out or whatever, but a lot of it is just done on the app, submitted by email.
Yeah,
so he was like, I can't even do my homework because we had no internet. So I think we like.
See, that's the new
but
excuse
then they
though.
absolutely
It's no
drive me
longer.
mad.
It's no longer my dog ate my homework. It's Vodafone went down.
But they actually did play together, but they were doing my head in because they were just
yeah.
loud, and I was like, oh, please let
And
the
you
internet
couldn't even ignore them by watching a TikTok or something.
I was like, I really need. Not even my mobile data was working. Like the whole network was just down.
Thing, yeah.
So I was like, oh, please come back on soon because they're absolutely doing my head in. So yeah, it was like an hour of them just being like, what on earth do we do?
Was?
I have no idea. I didn't actually look up. As soon as I came back on, I was just like, yes.
Yeah, thank God.
Because I was fiddling with the router at first because I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why is it just gone? Because I was in the middle of buying something online.
Yeah.
And I just got like this wheel that just went round and round and round. And I was like, oh. And then I tried to turn the TV on and it was like, no, there's no TV, not even a homepage. Yeah. And then the kids got back and I was like, there's no internet. And they were like, what?
I got a message from Trisha.
Yeah.
Right. How do I say it? I got a message from my ex saying, the internet's down. I've tried the router and all that. What do you suggest? And I said, if you've tried the router, it's an external issue and there's nothing you can do. And then I had all the kids messaging me, there's no internet.
Yeah.
We've tried the router.
What do we do with our lives?
What do we do? What do we do? Go outside.
But do you know what? It did make me realise how much you use the internet for everything. So I do shopping online, banking online. I communicate with people online because I use WhatsApp a lot. Yeah. So I was like, I can't message anyone. I can't do anything online. And then when it did come back on, I had like 7 messages on my WhatsApp. I was like, it's only off for an hour.
Whoa, you are popular.
I know.
If my phone went down for a day, I'd probably be like, oh, is anyone?
This wasn't even a day, it was an hour.
God damn. A whole hour without it. My goodness.
It's crazy times.
It is crazy
They'll tell
times.
their children about that one day.
So, anyway. Speaking of things going down, it's all going down in Double Dragon.
It is.
So we have the boat explodes. There's a great big explosion on the river. Billy and Jimmy are in the water. They escape from the gang members, and the gang members all think they're dead because of that. Now, the boys seek refuge with the Power Corps in their hideout, and Marianne, the leader of the Power Corps, agrees to help them. But one thing I didn't mention is that it also turns out that Marianne, the leader of the Power Corps, is also the daughter of the chief of the LAPD.
Yeah.
Just that might come important later. So, the three of them decide to go to Shuko's office building to try and steal the medallion. They ultimately fail and they're forced to flee. But Jimmy is captured.
Yes.
In trying to free the medallion. Billy and Marianne return to the Power Corps base, and they're all sitting there trying to figure out how to use the Billy's half of the dragon medallion. And Marianne points out a discovery that they made that the wearer of the medallion is immune to the powers of its counterpart, meaning that Shuko would not be able to possess him as long as he had it. However, suddenly, all the gangs attack the hideout for the Power Corps. Now, in the melee, though, it turns out Jimmy reappears, and Billy's like, yeah, Jimmy, come on. But unfortunately, Jimmy is merely being controlled by Shuko as he tries to beat his brother up and get the medallion. Now, Billy then accidentally activates his medallion, which is the power of the body, and effectively makes him invulnerable to harm. Now, knowing this, Shuko threatens to kill Jimmy instead. So, ultimately he's possessing the body, but he'll kill Jimmy. But this doesn't succeed either, so he releases Jimmy to distract Billy long enough to get the medallion. So, Shuko now has both halves of the medallion. He unites the halves, and quite possibly the stupidest thing in all movie history happens. Okay? He unites the medallions and he turns into a pair of shadow warriors with katanas. What does katana mean?
I don't know what katana means.
It means Japanese sword.
Oh, I do know what katana means.
You remember Samurai Cop?
No, I don't remember things. That's my whole point. I never remember anything.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, they've got these katanas, right? That anything they slice through, they disintegrate as well. So the Lee brothers fight, but they can't beat Shuko. Abobo, who had been previously taken prisoner by the Power Corps and since reformed, reveals to Marian that Shuko's weakness is light. So Marianne reactivates the hideout's generator, and the Shadow Warriors are rendered powerless. As you can imagine, shadows and light. Yeah, kind of standard, really, isn't it? Billy and Jimmy attack, forcibly recombining the shadows into Shuko, and then they acquire the Double Dragon halves. They combine the two pieces, granting them matching uniforms. Just so stupid looking. So stupid looking. And also the medallion powers. They briefly see a vision of Satori's spirit as she gives them encouraging words. I can't remember what she says, but it's like, well done. Level up. I honestly don't know.
It's not that inspiring.
They beat up Shuko. Jimmy possesses him to make him do embarrassing things, like beating himself up. Like, oh, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Kind of thing.
Yeah, that bit was ridiculous.
Yeah, really ridiculous. Now, during this time, Marian's father arrives to bring Shuko to justice and to take care of the gangs once for all, because the police have decided to get off their arse and actually police the city. What a surprise. You won't see that happening in 2007, let alone 2025, will you? Anyway, then that's enough of politics. So Jimmy still in control of Shuko. I'm sure this is against some form of Geneva Convention, right?
Yeah.
You take control of someone's body and you forcibly make them write a check of $129 million to give away. Like, yeah. And I don't think that's right. I don't think you're a hero. I don't think heroes do that kind of thing. But also, I'd do it for $129 million. Yeah. I'm not a hero. You know, if I could take over, I don't know, if I could take over Jeff Bezos' body for a day, I'd be giving away loads of money. I'd be recommissioning Wheel of Time season 3 for the season 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many they needed. I'd be giving away billions of cash. I'd make Amazon Prime Day. I'd be like, actually, it's Amazon Free Day. Yeah, every day. I'd ruin that man. Yeah, I'd ruin him. And Elon Musk. Oh god. Oh,
don't get me started on Elon Musk, please. We haven't got time.
Like the worst thing is, you'd have to take over these dickheads' bodies for a day.
Don't. I just don't. I haven't got time to get into Elon Musk tonight.
No. Anyway, no, we're gonna ignore all this. We're gonna crack on. Let's not get distracted by billionaire hate.
No.
Right. Anyway, so but yeah, Jimmy makes Shuko write a check to the police department for $129 million before he encourages the police chief to arrest him. Shuko's sent to jail. The police department has renewed strength to fight the gangs instead of compromising with them, and Billy and Jimmy can now keep both halves of the medallion. The final scene shows Billy, Jimmy, and Marianne screaming when they discover Abobo driving their newly repaired dragon wagon, while they're being watched by the now unemployed Huey and Lewis, who continue their way on foot. And there we go. That's the film.
It wasn't great, was it?
No, it wasn't.
And like you
great.
said, we sort of lost more and more interest as it went on. I hate it when that happens because we always go into these movies with such optimism, and then I hate it when we get robbed of that because. And sometimes we've even had it before where there's been some really promising little bits or some really funny little bits. Yeah. And then it's just like, oh, that's not.
There absolutely were a few bits in this where I thought, oh, you know what? That's really clever. Yeah. And it was clever. And I'll go into them in the good, obviously, but there were bits that were like, you've set this film in the future and you've sort of created things to happen in it that are, you know, a feasible sort of futuristic thing.
Yeah, not like flying cars like in Back to the Future and stuff.
Yeah, not flying cars.
2015.
But it was things about the cars that I thought was quite clever, quite funny. Yeah. Still very much in the future. I do love it when you have like futuristic tech, which is very much based on the tech of the day that they're making the film. Yeah. You know, I love how, you know, you can get that kind of weird juxtaposition of very recognizable futuristic stuff. Yeah, it does make me chuckle, you know, like, because, you know, you're not going to have amazing computer graphics for something. No. So if they're doing computer graphics in the film or something in the future, it's still going to be the crappy. We've had this so many times, haven't we? Yeah, and it does make me laugh every time because it's like, they wouldn't be able to. That's the thing. You're going to set a movie in the future. Yeah. You haven't got that technology to make it look like the future, have you? That's the trouble. Yeah. So,
Okay, so what did you have any good stuff?
I do have some good stuff. I do.
What did you have?
I've got a good actor. I've got some good scenes. I think I've got. I don't know if I would call the car a good prop, but I did have
I've got prop.
good car, a good prop, and I've also got a good special effects as well in there.
I've got a good line, good prop, good stunt.
Oh, you found a good line in this film.
And that's about a good character name, and that's about it. Character name's a new one. I sometimes come up with new categories, don't I?
You do, yeah. Oh, I know the character name.
I think I had character before, like as in the actual character, but
yes.
This is the character's name. I'm just like freestyling now. Forget the categories. I'll just make it up as I go. So what do you want to start with? Have you got a scene? I haven't got any scenes.
I've got a scene. Let's talk about the scene.
Okay.
So, the scene I've got is actually the setup for like how life is in New Angeles.
Yeah.
So on the TV, there's an advert that happens, and there's.
That was my dog, not me.
Yeah. Wow. What are you doing out there, doggo? Anyway, so there's an advert for a smog extractor fan company.
Oh yes.
Right, called Jack City.
Yeah.
And because obviously there's been this earthquake, the city's smog and all that is really bad, so you can't spend too long out. There are there's oxygen dispensers on the streets that people can use and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so they've got that, and they're kind of like being, hey, the smog's real bad and blah 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 blah. Okay, good. We're getting a little bit of exposition to explain what's going on. They don't really do anything with it in the whole film.
No, they don't. No, we see the fans and they talk about them, but we don't. Yeah, it's not really. It's
not like if you remember in Demolition Man, with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah,
you know, there's these news reports about the underground gang that are, you know, terrorists, that sort of thing.
Yes.
And you think, well, in this film, they don't do anything with that thing about how there's smog and how the city's really bad and all that sort of thing, to be honest, other than the gangs that are part of it. But in Demolition Man, like, these underground dwellers that are the terrorists are actually just really poor people trying desperately to get food.
Yeah.
So they're terrorists to the people up top, but actually they're the downtrodden of the world, you know? Yeah. But they do something with that in the plot. They bring these people into the film. And that's when it's interesting, but this just wasn't interesting. Having said that, though, that I like, I didn't really like that sort of thing about it. But having said that, I thought it was really interesting that they were building it and making us understand what's going on. So I did kind of make a mistake. The Jack City advert was for jacks for houses and buildings because of all the aftershocks. The jacks are to take.
Oh, okay.
I mean, jacks don't. You're jacking up the house. You'd need shock absorbers for the aftershocks, but let's not get into semantics.
No, that's not.
You've also got a news channel that's got Vanna White and George Hamilton, and you know they're talking about the news of the gang activities, and then you've also got they cut to a weather report highlighting all of the issues. So the weather report highlights the because of the smog, there's black rain, i.e. acid rain and all that. So I liked that setup, and it also reminded me of films like RoboCop, where RoboCop had all those kinds of, you know, dystopian adverts and news of you know, terrible bloody dystopian things. So I liked that. I really liked that. So that was my good scene.
I didn't have any good scenes.
I'm not surprised.
What good prop? Good props, sir.
Okay, yeah, go on. Let's go.
I can't remember who had this, but there was some sort of comms suitcase, and it had like a satellite. I opened the suitcase, and it was like a comms.
This was the site,
device.
the henchman Laura Lash at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, so she had so it's a suitcase that opened up, and there was like a satellite and a headset and random buttons that she clicks on, but not in the layout of a keyboard. It was a weird random layout.
Yeah,
but it was very Neil Breen.
Oh,
she was just tapping away at these random buttons that didn't have anything written on them. And I was like, oh, okay, this is just like a device. There's no explanation of what this actually does or who she's communicating with or what. It's just like, but I quite like that because it was
no order to the buttons they're pressing.
No,
it's just like,
there's nothing written on the buttons she's pressing. It's not like a keyboard. But I quite liked it because I just thought, A, it was ridiculous, and B, it reminded me of Neil Breen. And I think you were going to talk about the car, weren't you? But I like the Mohawk's car.
Oh, yeah.
Which included bumper cam, which I liked. And it had like a camera. So they had like a clear dome over the top of this car, didn't they?
Yes.
And they had a camera that could go up, almost like a periscope, and look out the like dome window. And I just thought it was quite... I just liked it because it had like little gadgets and stuff on it. That
I
just
really liked it.
Quite funny.
I thought it was brilliant. It had like you say, it had this camera that went up, and then they could they were using a joystick instead of a steering wheel to direct the car as well. And there was like you say, the bumper cam. Yeah. I thought it was a really funny little thing because that's world building to me. We've had the news reports about the smog and all that sort of thing. So therefore, if the smog is too thick to see, then they're relying on perhaps these other things to help them get around. Brilliant. Yeah. Such a clever idea, I thought. Loved it. But that also brings me into the car that the brothers were driving.
Oh, okay.
So I really liked it. The car was powered by trash.
Yes, and this comes from Back to the Future.
Yes.
Although it's Back to the Future 2, is it? There's a clip on the end of Back to the Future 1 where Doc Brown comes and meets... It kind of gives you a teaser, doesn't it, on 1?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a big Back to the Future fan. Yeah. And they use trash to fuel the car.
Yes, that's right.
To fuel the DeLorean. So I wonder if they got it from that, because Back to the Future would have been before this, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Back to the Future would have been...
Back to the Future was 80s,
it was 85 when the first one was set, so... Yeah. I wondered if they got that idea from Back to the Future. They'd already done it.
Actually, yeah, more than likely. I wouldn't be surprised.
Which is a great idea.
Yep.
For how to fuel a car, isn't it? If they could do it.
Yeah.
Because you've always got food waste, and
I don't know how economical it would be. You'd really need something that turned burnt trash into a really potent power source. So I think you'd end up
going to give you much
the
energy,
amount
is it?
of trash you would need to turn it into energy to move a vehicle would be far too much.
Crazy,
but I like the idea that future tech is beating that kind of limitation. I like that idea. I mean, really
you still got all the damage to the environment building the cars.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing with the
and
electric
also
cars,
the what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Emissions from the car as well from burning the trash. It's going to be pretty shitty. It's not
true.
Pretty.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really liked about it is because the car's powered by trash and they're in a car chase. So they're really gunning the car so it's using up the juice. And they run out of trash in the car. So Los Angeles or New Angeles is absolutely littered with trash all around the streets.
Yeah.
So they just drive the car into a pile of trash and they grab
it.
loads in from their hands out the window. And then they start feeding the car with the trash they've pulled off the street.
Free fuel.
As they're going along.
Perfect.
Brilliant use of it.
Yeah.
Brilliant use of it in a car chase. Really, really enjoyed that fact. And I just wish this was a movie about car chases now rather than martial arts to get more of that sort of thing going. Because the car chase stuff, I think, was the absolute highlight of the film.
Yeah. And
it started so well when I got that. And I was like, if this is the rest of the movies, this is the rest of the things they're doing, brilliant. But unfortunately, it wasn't by a long shot.
No.
After this, it went well downhill. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do we want to go next? I've got a good line, good character name, good stunt. So that's it.
I've got a good actor, and that's it.
Yep.
After this. And I suppose I do have a good line as well. But again, so I've got a good actor. And it's Robert Patrick playing Kugo Ashoka. Okay. Right? Whatever his name is.
What's his name?
Oh my god.
Koga
Shuko. Not
Koga Shuko.
Ahsoka. Yeah. That's blooming Star Wars. Yeah. Koga Shuko. So obviously he's fresh off of Terminator 2 fame here, right? And you don't really see a hell of a lot of like acting. Yes, of course he's still acting, playing the T-1000 because he's playing the T-1000. He's not emotionless as a human being, but he plays it well. Like, he doesn't blink in any of the scenes, because why would a robot blink?
Yeah.
So, there's like that actor doing those things and thinking about his part. But also, he's by far the best actor in this film as well. And you can tell he's having fun with it. He knows it's hokey. He knows the script is dreadful. He can see that this is a payday. I think you can always tell when an actor knows this is a payday.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has fun with it. He's funny as well, and he's also, I mean, as much as you can be. I don't know what the rating for this film is, whether it's a PG or whatever.
I don't know, actually.
I imagine it's a PG because it's like,
it's mild, isn't it?
Comical.
There's nothing.
It's comical fight scenes as well. So I don't think it's not particularly bad in that case. But he has fun with it, and he delivers some really stupid lines as well as you possibly can. And yeah, Robert Patrick, I really like him. I think he's a great actor. Yeah. In this, great actor in the T-1000. He's great in the recent Peacemaker TV show as well. Yeah, happy days. Robert Patrick all the way. And I don't normally like people with two first names.
You don't, do you?
I don't. I always find them distrustful. Don't know why. Bruce Wayne. There's something shifty about him. So, do you know, the other day, right, people were talking about nicknames for people, right? Mm. And there's obviously Bruce Wayne is Batman, right? Yeah. But there's a fella, I can't remember who it was that knew them, but there was a fella called Wayne Bruce, so his nickname was Man Bat.
Oh, okay, that's good. I like that. Brilliant.
I think that is
There is a Man Bat, isn't there?
There is a Man Bat.
When Brody used to be into all the
yes.
superheroes, I was like, what is this crazy character? There's so many smaller characters that you've never heard of that are just batshit crazy. Sorry, pardon the pun. But they are. You're just like, really? And how many Spider-Mans are there? Spider-Mans, Spider-Women, There's so many of those.
There's so many, because there's the whole Spider-Verse. There's the whole, all the different dimensions.
I didn't even realise that until we went to see the animated Spider-Verse one.
Brilliant.
Which is really good, but I didn't realise there were so many different. And then Brody was like, yeah, there's this and there's this and there's this. And like, when he was younger, he knew everything there was to know about superheroes. So did I, as a result. Unfortunately.
Yep. I know. I have those conversations now. I mean, I was watching the Peacemaker TV show with Tommy recently, the second season, and Tommy was just reeling off all these facts. Oh, because there's this and there's this, and we think there's this theory because this character used to work with Batman, so we think she's actually a spy for Batman. And it was like, what's going on? To be fair though, I was never a big fan of DC.
No.
I mean, I was like, it's all right. I mean, it's but yeah, I'm never a massive fan of it. Anyway, that was my best. That was good actor.
Okay.
And like I say, I do have some good lines, but not a lot more from there.
I've got a good character name. Boa Bobo.
Boa Bobo. Yeah.
We should do this more because we do have some good character names sometimes.
Yeah, we should.
Chev Chelios comes
Fuck
to mind.
you, Chev Chelios.
Sometimes we do get some really good names, so I think that should be a little category that's thrown in there. Just a quick little mention. Just thought it was a good name. You said you've got some good lines.
I do.
I've got one good line.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. I'll do a line and then I'll let you do a line.
Yep.
Okay. So, funny enough, actually, God, I've just realised all my lines are involving Robert Patrick. Oh, shit. Anyway. No
surprise there.
No, I know. So, one of his lines is like, I just want total domination of one major American city. Is that too much to ask for? Is it? Huh?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Greedy bastard.
Get in line. Trump's got total domination of America. You must be, if you can't even get total domination of one major American city, you are like 1/100th of Trump then, surely. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Do better.
Yeah, do better. What's your line?
My good line was, this is fairly towards the end, it's Koga, and I don't know if it's Billy or Jimmy. I think it was Billy, but I can't be sure.
Was he wearing blue or red?
Oh, I can't remember. Blue, I think.
That's Billy.
Billy, I think it was Billy.
Is he the guy who we were like, oh, we recognise him from something?
I think it was that one, yeah, the one that was in Party of Five. We worked out, didn't we?
Yeah.
So Koga says, "You're weak like your father," and then Billy says, "You're ugly like your mother."
Oh yeah,
I quite like
that. My last good line and my last thing to say about this film actually is, you know how Koga Shuko's two of his henchmen are called Huey and Lewis.
Yes.
Right. So there is a bit in the film where he goes, Huey, Lewis, any news?
Terrible. It's bad.
No, it's
that is bad.
Brilliant.
No, it's not.
It's so good.
It's not.
I love it so much. Yeah, it was so good. No. There's no way you could hate that.
I've got a couple of good stunts.
Oh, so you do? Yeah.
So there's a building explosion, and they kind of come jumping out of the flames with the flames behind them. I think it's the brothers that I haven't written who it was, but I think it's the brothers. Come jumping out with the flames behind them, and it's just like so well done. It reminds me of. Have you ever seen The Other Guys? The movie The Other Guys?
Oh yeah.
The two terrible cops.
Yeah.
The two cops, the two cops that get all the medals and all of that, and they die
The
quite
Rock
early
and
on. Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah.
They at one point they were on the top of this building and they're trying to catch someone. They just jump off the building.
Yeah,
and they're just like
aim for the bush.
Yeah, and then just fall to death. Aim for the bush. There's no bushes. It's like concrete below.
It's brilliant.
When they jump off the building, it kind of reminded me of that. They just come kind of flying towards the camera.
Here comes my hero.
And they just come out with like all these flames behind them, just like, and it is a bit. We said at the time it's a bit like Liam Neeson jumping out of all the explosions on Taken 3.
Yeah.
I thought that was like, I've put Chef's Kiss because that was really well done. And then there was another. I don't know if this is a prop / stunt / scene.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bit again. This is quite towards the end where Koga has this like little statue thing, and he pulls like the arm of it. And when the brothers are trying to get the other half of the medallion towards the end,
yeah,
and he pulls like the arm of this little statue, and it's not really a trapdoor because it's like a bit of floor that raises up, but it's like an empty. It's almost like a lift, like a void.
Oh yes.
So it comes up and it's kind of like just an empty gap, but it's got ropes on it.
Yeah.
But he pulls this lever, and so I quite like the little prop because it's got like a little arm that he pulls, and that does that.
Wrong lever, crunk.
And then it comes up really early on, so way before anything happens, so they can see that there's this big void in like the room that they're gonna definitely fall down, right, if they run towards him.
Yeah.
But they still run towards him really quickly to grab the medallion, and then they like just obviously go through this gap. They grab onto the ropes. They do actually manage to grab onto the ropes, but I was like, you did that way too early. Yeah. Because it's come up and they can see what you're doing. What you should have done was when they come running towards you, then you pull the lever when they least expect it, and they're going too fast to stop. But you did it so they had time to go, oh, okay, there's ropes there. We'll just grab onto the ropes when we get there. Like it just made me laugh. But I thought that was like a bit of a mixture of props and stunt and scene, really. But that is it. That's all my good stuff. So how would you improve this movie?
Oh, I'd
just not make it in the first place.
No, I know we can't say that though because that's too easy. I
think you had a good idea earlier when you said with the vehicles they had, you could if this was like a car race movie, it could have really worked well, but it wasn't. So that's one way you could spend more time.
Just keep us in the world. Yes, we become just this fight. We like even just bring more of the world into it. If you're going to go through this world building thing, make the world part of the film. And the only world part of the film we get is that there's gangs. That's it. And we're against gangs. But if you're going to do all these fun things with the surroundings, make it part of it. We're not asking Billy and Jimmy to suddenly fix Los Angeles and, through magic, fix all the issues. But give it more stakes. Yeah. Just give it something other than that. Or, just make it more like the actual video game.
Yeah.
Rather than all this made up stuff.
I don't
tease us
know-
with something.
Yeah, I don't know the video game, but you do, and that's one thing I said to you in the beginning, wasn't it? Is this, the medallion thing, is that something in the video game? You're like, no.
No.
There's no relevance to the video game.
No.
If you're going to base a movie on a video game, it has to be relevant to the to the video game, surely.
The only relevance the medallion had to the movie or the video game is the logo of the game was the shape of the medallion, the double dragon medallion that they had. That was just the logo of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. There was. It's still a martial arts movie as well because there's a fair amount of martial arts in it.
Yeah.
But there could be more. They were going up against thugs, and there wasn't a lot of martial arts from the thugs as well. That's the only thing. But there was martial arts from the brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, there could be a lot more martial arts in it as well for a martial arts season.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, there's that fight scene at the end.
Yeah, but
that is just like cartoon fighting, though. I know it's based on a video game.
Yeah.
But that was very much like I was going to write some notes about that, and I thought I don't really know what I'd write other than that it was just a bit silly.
Well, especially because it's got Mark Dacascos in it, and Mark Dacascos is a good martial artist. You could have had so much with him, but no.
Okay, what are you scoring it?
I'm going to give it 2 out of 5 because there was enough good things to give it 2 stars, but this is a movie that really dropped off. It started interesting, but the more we got to deal with the main characters, it really just went and nosedive.
Yeah.
So there was no, I think I shut off the last half hour of the film, to be honest. I really shut off watching it.
Yeah, I wasn't enjoying it.
No.
I'd written down 2, but then I was like, I don't really know what I'm giving it 2 for, so I might give it 1 out of 5.
Oh.
I don't really know if I can justify 2. Don't know what I'm giving it 2 for.
Fair. Oh, excuse me, yawning away there. I do apologise. Yeah. I'm sticking with 2 because I was entertained enough for the beginning of the film, I think, to warrant the 2 from me and my wants from a movie.
Yeah.
But if it'd been consistent with the beginning of the film, the rest of the movie, then I think you could have been looking at a good 4-star film here. Yeah. Unfortunately, no, it wasn't. And I'm probably saying that with a lot of, because 31 years after it was released, I don't have any expectations of it being like the TV of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not sitting here being disappointed in it because they didn't make it like my favorite arcade game. I'm annoyed. I imagine if I'd watched it at the time, I'd have been like, "This is a double dragon. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
That was the chair, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah. See? No, that one wasn't. No. So you're giving it 1 star. I'm giving it 2 stars.
Yeah.
If you want to hear us talk about the bad bits of this film, come and join us on the flip side because we're going to go record that now, and we will see you all on the flip side.
Motherfuckers.